Hey everybody, so today I want to talk a little bit about beliefs. Basically, my idea is that you put power into what you believe in. No matter what it is that you believe in, as long as it gives you strength, it's fine. Basically, the idea behind this is there's a lot of things that a lot of religions say that are fully truthful and I accept them as my truth. And then there's other things that I don't accept as my truth. And the things that I accept as my truth are the things that are going to make me feel stronger and help me to keep moving. And one of the core things in some religions is that God creates us in his own image. That's one of the core beliefs of Christianity anyways. Now, I think I believe that. I thoroughly believe that God really does create us in his own image. And if I'm right about the fact that the universe is God, then that opens up a whole new world. Like, it opens up a whole new world of beliefs for a lot of people if that's correct. Now, here's the thing. Like, every religion that says that God is infinite is proving my point that the universe itself is God. Everything is God. Because you can't have, one of my friends told me once that you can't have an infinite creator that doesn't extend itself through the universe, because the universe is a part of infinity. The universe is a part of time itself, and infinity is something that transcends time and space. But in order for it to transcend time and space, it has to go through time and space. But it's also above it at the same time. Like, it can't be everlasting and not at least touch the universe. That's impossible. It's impossible for something that's infinite to not include the rest of infinity, because the universe is a part of infinity. So when you take that into consideration, that means that that means by Christian and biblical standards and some standards of other religions, my theory would be correct that God is the universe itself. And it's possible that he's even more than that, more than just the universe, though, too. But that would still support the idea that we're a part of God. Because, like I said, we're a part of the universe and God is the universe. So, if that's the case, then, and God created us in his own image, that means that we have a universe we also each have a universe inside of us. And since the universe is inside God, that means that God can shape it around what he wants it to be, which would mean that we also can shape our internal universe around what we want it to be. And that would also mean that our external perception of the universe would shape around our internal perception of the universe. So and that makes a lot of sense when it comes to chakras and stuff like that, because when you open your chakras, divine and spiritual universal energy flows through you, as well as earthly energy. And this is something that, like, I can feel it. Like, I won't try to convince you of anything. I won't try to convince you that anything I'm saying is correct, but me personally, like, I can feel this stuff. I can feel the universe flowing through me, through my chakras. And so essentially, since your internal universe shapes around your external universe, or your external universe shapes around your internal universe, that means that your beliefs are what give you power. Or they're your greatest weakness, depending on what it is that you believe. The idea is to let go of limiting beliefs so that we can find our true purpose and our true strength. So basically, depending on what you believe, your beliefs are correct in your own world. Your beliefs are correct in your own universe. But everybody else's beliefs are also correct in their own universe. And the issue only comes when those beliefs start limiting you. No matter how old you are, no matter what you might do, no matter what's going on with your body, really, you still have the potential of any other. Well, really, you still have the same. You're equal to any other person, and you have the ability to make the best of your circumstances. And I say this only because there's other people who have made the best of their circumstances. Like, even people who you would look at and be like, man, I just want to die if I was that person. Even those people have at times found ways to make best of their circumstances. Belief is the ultimate weapon against uncertainty. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm going to keep believing in the things that make me stronger. I'm going to keep walking on the path that makes me stronger, no matter what it brings to me. I'm going to keep walking on the path that's going to bring me to that peaceful moment that I desire in life. And I encourage everybody else to walk the path that makes them happy and that makes them strong. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I know how things work, though. Like I've said in the past, I have no idea how things work. I'm not going to be like one of those spiritual gurus online telling you about how you can manifest your desires and things just by sitting there and meditating all day. Nah, I'm not going to be like that. If you want something in life, you have to work for it. That remains true regardless of what you believe. But I'm also not going to pretend like I know what comes next. Because I really don't. So the best thing that you can possibly do, nobody knows what comes next. So the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself is just believe in the things that are going to get you through this life. Because if you end up in the ground as nothing more than a pile of dust being eaten by the worms as they crawl through you, then you're going to be awfully disappointed at the end of your life. You got to live every single day like it's your last. You got to live every single day doing the things that are going to make you happy, because you have no idea how this life is going to end. You don't know nobody knows what's in the next world. Nobody knows what comes next. All we can do is live for today and hope that we're correct. Because it could end at any moment. And if our life gets snuffed out and there's nothing left after it ends, then everybody's going to be pretty disappointed when it does end. Everybody's going to be disappointed with how they acted in their lives. But I don't want to be disappointed. So I'm just going to keep living, hoping that I'm correct, but I'm going to keep living as if I'm not correct. And I'm going to keep learning. And I'm going to keep finding the things that make me happy. Yeah, it's cool to help people, but don't live in service to others and waste your life. Because we only have a short amount of time. And our lives are precious. We have to make the most of what we've got. Because if we're lucky, we only live to be 100 years, and even that's not that much. And most people only live to around 80. That's even less. We have to be happy with what we've got and make the best of it. That means doing what we believe to be best for ourselves. And if we only do what others believe are best for us, and that includes God, then how are we ever going to be happy with our lives? How are we ever going to be able to make the best of ourselves and the rest of the world when we only hold on to things that others tell us to believe? The best way to gain strength is to accept the fact that you could be wrong and use that chance that you could be wrong to keep growing and make room for beliefs that are going to help you grow. I'm not going to claim to be enlightened. I'm not going to claim to be some all-knowing being that knows everything that he's talking about. Because I don't. The truth is that no matter what you try to explain with science or faith or belief or religion, there's always that chance that you could be wrong. There's that chance that everything in this world could possibly be fake and just disappear out of nowhere one day. Everything could just come crashing down at any second. And then you'd have nothing left but empty beliefs. So you'd have to find something new, something better to believe in. So I want to find that better thing before everything comes crashing down. So that I can be happy while it lasts. Yeah. And as far as I know, I've been correct thus far about the idea that my reality shapes around my beliefs, because I'm happier than I've ever been. I really have found my peace. I haven't attracted the things that I want to attract into my life yet, but I'm on my way, and I honestly don't care because it feels like they're already here. Like, I don't feel like I need those things anymore to be happy and to be content. I can be content without them. I'm content with just endlessly working towards what I want. So another thing I wanted to talk about today is another friend of mine was telling me about quarks. Quarks are basically the very base component of our existence. They're what lie beyond our cells and everything that exists inside our cells. They're beyond microscopic organisms that everything is made up of, essentially. But he was telling me that, I don't know how true this is, but he was telling me about how if you look at a quark, it actually looks like a universe swirling around inside of it, which is really interesting because my belief is basically that we live in the mind and the body of a God, and each of us have that. Each of us are the same. We're just bigger. It's basically like we're bigger universes made up of smaller universes. Because and that's kind of supported by science as well, in my opinion, because if you zoom into a microscopic level, a lot of the times it really does look like a miniature universe. It looks like it's like a whole nother world on microscopic levels that look completely different than the world we stand on, which is really interesting. And my point in saying this is, what if what if we're not just inside of one God, but it's like each stage is like a different person, and we're actually like living inside the cells of another being that's much bigger. And we're living inside that being's mind. But then when we get to a certain we elevate to a certain level of spirituality, we become a part of the rest of that being's body. But then after that, they're also inside the mind of another being, like another God, basically. And then they have to work to elevate themselves to become one with that God, that being. And then it just keeps going up and up and up and up infinitely. What if that's the case? What if we're just like living inside almost like a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream, but it's like a real dream. It's like we live inside a body within a body within a body within a body. Now that would be a pretty interesting thing to figure out. Now I don't know if this is actually something that's true, but this is just a theory that I've had in the workings. And so I have this theory about black holes as well. So there's also these things called white holes that they say a black that they think that things get sucked into black holes and then come out of the white holes, and they say that white holes were basically what the Big Bang was. Now, my theory is that things go in, get deconstructed on this side, and then reconstructed on the other side, and the other side is actually what we call the afterlife or the astral, whatever you want to refer to it as. And then whenever something comes into existence on this side, it gets pulled back through a black hole on the other side, and emerges from a white hole on this side and gets deconstructed and reconstructed again, and it infinitely goes in that cycle. What if it's an infinite process of deconstruction and reconstruction? And that would be quite the interesting thing to find out as well, I think. Because if you look at it, it's almost like yin and yang. Things get pulled in from the light and then exit from the darkness. And the white hole and black holes are the marks and the dots on the yin yang symbol. Now that would be something. What if it's not just, what if it's actually pushing through more than it's pulling out? And there's also other places where things are getting pulled and created from. And what if the universe is actually consciously trying to connect each planet in our universe in a way that it turns into one universal wide giant planet? Now, that sounds really unlikely, and it probably is pretty unlikely, but it's a really interesting thing to think about, and I like to think about it even though it sounds unlikely. Because what if the idea was just to grow was just for the universe to all become united and then grow together? Because when you look at everything has a basis of growth. Like I was saying in one of my other videos, everything is based on growth. We start out as microscopic organisms, and we evolve over time to these big living things. And everything starts out as something smaller. Like everything relies on growth. So what if that was true? And everything was just trying to grow to a point where it could all become connected, physically as well as spiritually. I mean, it's already sort of connected, but what if it was just trying to unite everything so that it could become more connected and grow, and we could all grow together? Now, even if it's not trying to become one giant planet, like I said earlier, it's still very possible that my theory is correct, in that whatever other species exist in our universe are trying to reach us and connect everything else, and create a connection between the entire universe so that we could grow together. That's an interesting thing to think about, in my opinion. Yeah. Anyways, my point of this subject is enjoy the day, live working to find peace, embrace what helps you grow, and just keep moving forward and trying to find that inner peace that you keep looking for. Embrace what gives you peace, not what you've been told your entire life to believe. And if you don't agree with me, then, and you don't believe that what I say is going to help you grow, then yeah, go ahead and believe something else. But just as long as it's something that helps you grow and it's something that gives you peace, you should strive for that thing. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Blessed be.